Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Richardson will throw to start out here. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow them down on passes just like. You know they want to get him involved here as well.
So from the 37, here's second and a yard. A first carry for the Canadian down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On the ready. Liking and 2. Get control 80.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cougar 19.
Richardson to the right side and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. The 20. Well, remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 5-yard line.
Thor.
Here's Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At their own 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Look at this Arizona defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, those early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Will Johnson.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go on, Eric.
After the turnover, here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Open man here is Benson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Gain of 6 yards.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. Zone read. Here's Benson. Shoots by him. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strikers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray now going to do it himself. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Panthers, nothing.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Come on. Set.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Richardson to throw. They'll find McMillan here. He's got room to roam. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Panthers 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now here's Samuel on the end around. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Murray from midfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Murray. Goes right back to McBride. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in pretty desperate here for a win.
And think about this too, partner. We have not heard the dreaded vote of confidence yet from management. So when a team's 0-5, everyone starts wondering about their jobs. Will they still have one? Those coaches on down. They got to find a way to throw that out of their minds and band together and play better football.
Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. To throw, it's Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. Just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll try and do this himself. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Bring him down. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Ready, set.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 19-18.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances. Go for it.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point forthcoming.
Extra point.
And now it's blocked. The Panthers get it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete to McBride. And he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Murray going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McBride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride, 42 yards. And the Cards take a 3-touchdown lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Cardinals 30, Panthers 9.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. It's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. He finds his man. Complete. It's McBride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. There's a short one caught by Roman. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Panthers.
Ready? 18, right in.
Now Richardson. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ready?
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And it's third down.
On the jump.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Richardson. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
3-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Shotgun now for Murray. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
On the toss, it's Benson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On first and 10 is Connor. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Murray now going to do it himself. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Come on, no!
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now it's Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They're waiting him now to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
They'll go again with Benson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The Panthers, first down.
They'll run on first down with Hubbard. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Richardson back to throw it. Checks this down to Hubbard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Richardson working from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pulled in at the 24. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
33-yard line.
On first down, right back to Benson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running out of the gun here is Benson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 10-yard line.
Murray again, this is counter. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Panthers' kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This is caught by McMillan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll find McMillan here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Mustang 19.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Okay, ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
19 Lions. 18.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Now he'll take this and run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. But even
he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Hey! Omaha.
Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. Past the 20. 5. They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the handoff, Benson running right. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And I'm not sure if we got a little sloppy with mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run over center with Benson. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a first carry for their fullback. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Benson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he returns this to the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Cardinals 39, Panthers 27. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at about the 28. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Ready, set.
Here's 1st and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. And go.
Now Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.